Welcome to the cinemyrecaps. Today we are review Mortal Engines, released in 2018. Warning, spoilers ahead. Survivors live in the gigantic robotic urban communities. These mechanical urban communities are like vehicles, it are moving to suggest that urban communities. Here we notice a monster moving city named London City. London City's Commandant Thaddeus orders his staff and requests that they catch a little city grabbing its assets and dinner. Also, here we see the London City in quest for the little city. A young lady is likewise in the little moving city whose face is hidden. That little motor had a low speed. So London City was drawing closer to it. Finally, opening its gate, London City catches the little city. What's more, this little engine is separated and tossed into a heater. What's more, this heater is the power wellspring of London City which causes the development of city. Little city individuals are additionally caught. London City needs to take their work as opposed to killing them. In any case, small city individuals have no faith in figuring they will be killed. Coming there, Thaddeus guarantees them they will be kept as our different residents. Here we meet a person Tom who is partial to the assortment of old things. Furthermore, he is additionally master in history and innovation. Mr. Valentine's girl meets Tom here. She needs to know the reason for our world's destruction. We used to live on Earth. How did these progressions happen? Tom tells the reason for our world's destruction was Medusa, which was a quantum weapon. This quantum weapon had obliterated the entire world in 60 minutes or less. Furthermore, leaving the previous lifestyle, the survivors made the huge motors as our London City where we reside. In any case, there are likewise certain individuals who are having a conventional existence and are against the human motors. Tom sees his old things. It is the very that London City achieved from Little City. He is looking all things. Thaddeus likewise arrives at their valuing Tom for his work. Thaddeus asks Tom, you needed to be a pilot and furthermore got preparing of it, so why have you begun this exploration? Tom tells, circumstances constrained me to fail to remember my dream, and I needed to make it happen. Furthermore, he is likewise blissful in his work. Now we see a similar veiled young lady. She moves to Thaddeus taking blade to kill him. Seeing her, Tom attempts to stop however is ineffective. Furthermore, that covered young lady cuts Thaddeus saying it was the vindicate of my mom, Hester Shaw. Hearing name, Thaddeus in pressure checks that young lady out. This young lady's name is Hester Shaw who again endeavors to kill Thaddeus. Meanwhile, Tom stops that young lady arriving at there however pushing Tom that young lady starts to run. Tom and Thaddeus seek after that young lady. While running, that young lady is slipped and almost to fall at a spot. Yet, Tom rapidly discovers her hand coming there and recovers her from fall. Furthermore, this young lady tells to Tom, Thaddeus isn't so. For example, he appears to be nevertheless a horrible individual. He has killed my mother, saying it she parts her hand and falls into that large well, where all rubbish channels outside that it means rubbish of this furnace squander from this engine. Furthermore, this young lady likewise escapes from that point. At the equivalent, Thaddeus additionally comes to there, worried Tom tells to Thaddeus about the discussion of that young lady. She was calling you executioner. At the point when Thaddeus heard it, he drove Tom into a similar thin well. Furthermore, Tom is additionally ousted out from well spinning. In the interim, Thaddeus girls comes here asking Tom from her dad. Also, Thaddeus performed that Tom and that outsider young lady fell into the well while quarreling one another. I lament since he was a decent kid. It is clear, Thaddeus sensationalized the circumstance lying. Simultaneously this young lady gets seeing Tom's scared companion thinking him as he is an observer. In next scene, Thaddeus sends a fly to affirm either Tom and that young lady are alive or dead, but that fly can't track down anything, since they are concealed on mountain's top. Hester compromises Tom showing her blade and says, I could kill Thaddeus in the event that you had not halted me. Hester is almost to leave but Tom quits asking her assistance. According to he, I have gone through my entire time on Earth in London City and returning back I need to uncover his mysterious and reality before everybody. Hester concurs hearing it. We see Thaddeus here who was dealing with his mysterious energy project. Furthermore, he involves combination cells for energy source. The entire mystery project was on work furtively even Thaddeus' senior officials were likewise uninformed about Thaddeus' work. Nobody could visit here aside from Thaddeus, and this spot was confined with severe security. Yet, Thaddeus had a danger of Hester figuring she might be the impediment in crafted by his undertaking. Thaddeus Coe, labor specialist, encourages him to meet with the detainee who is in the jail of Ocean existing in the mid-effort. He is beast and monster who generally takes the name of Hester Shaw. He needs to kill her. Thaddeus immediately goes to meet green-eyed beast. Its green eyes win repulsiveness. Thaddeus assaults on that prison and monster is additionally liberated who disappears to look through Hester so it might kill her. Hester and Tom take flatbread. Beccu's supper isn't accessible. Also, taking meal, they fall asleep. Hester is stir hearing the hints of model engines. She notices Tom is asking help from certain motors. Tom was ignorant that urban communities mislead individuals, catching them. That hunter urban communities attack on them, yet a city like Centipede saves their lives. Be that as it may, saviors of them care a lot in Proposition T. On the opposite side, Lord Thaddeus' little girl thinks her dad's life is at serious risk, so she meets the companion of Tom. He is a similar companion who was onlooker of Tom and that girl fall into that well. At the point when Thaddeus' girl asks his assist expressing you with knowing something, Tom's companion says, "What could you do subsequent to knowing?" According to she, "My dad's life is at serious risk." Yet, that companion says, "Our lives are in peril, not your dad, since he was your dad who pushed Tom and fell him clearing his direction." Generally, Tom's companion likewise confesses to that your dad is making an unmistakable advantage, through which he will go after on those urban areas who don't live on human motors like us. Rather, they go through their time on Earth customarily. Furthermore, they need to break the boundaries of them making this weapon. Because, according to your father, those urban areas have weapons, fuel, and feast, and we can overcome them through this weapon. Knowing it, Thaddeus' girl is disheartened. We see Hester and Tom again. They notice that their assistant don't take them to the correct course. Suspecting, they open the mysterious entryway of motor and remember to bounce. However, Hester couldn't hop in view of her injured leg. She requests that he bounce, however Tom some way or another had begun to feel for Hester. So he doesn't bounce, saying we will live respectively. Presently their partners bring them where alive individuals are bartered. It implies they are sold. Is being made a bit of Hester Shaw, and an irregular individual is going to get her. At the equivalent, while the generally needed criminal of London Anna Fong comes. Basically, Anna is against the Thaddeus and London's arrangements, so she is generally cared about. Furthermore, Anna Fong fires here and recovers the existences of Hester and Tom, killing everybody. Meanwhile, Green Eyes Beast additionally moves toward there. However, here we come to realize that Hester Shaw sees that beast well overall, yet it isn't revealed how. Also, Anna Fong saves the two of them from that beast scarcely and pushes forward sitting in her fly. In her stream journey, Anna asks Hester how can she know that beast. Furthermore, for what reason does he need to kill you? Hester tells, this beast whom I call Shrike brought me up and mined. I had no help when my mom was killed by Thaddeus. Also, I was found by this green beast who cultivated, cared for me and took care of me. However, I was generally crestfallen, so seeing my trouble, beast vowed to shape me like him. So you may not stay in trouble, remind miserable memories, and guarantee me, you will be beast like me. So you might live lengthy. She makes a guarantee with it, when she realizes that Thaddeus Valentine is alive and about his area. Then she escapes from beast expecting to kill him. So this is the reason Hester had run from beast, breaking her guarantee. Since the guarantee was to be beast like it. Yet, she had been gotten away. Subsequently beast needs to kill Hester in rage. We see London City once more, this time moving in an unsure bearing. At the point when Thaddeus senior official is familiar with it, he comes to meet him in chapel. What's more, says, how might you do it without my will? Thaddeus senior office sees the working of Thaddeus on a mystery project. It isn't something different, yet the Medusa project. This venture caused the annihilation of our world a long while back. Also, Thaddeus had revamped this weapon again. Thaddeus kills his senior official before he halted him. What's more, Thaddeus' girl and Tom's companions were seeing every one of these incidents. It implies Thaddeus' reality has been uncovered before his little girl. On the other side, Anna Fong arrives at on-air terminal handling her carrier. Also, she meets her associates and acquaints Hester and Tom with them. They realize that London City is moving toward them with a high speed that it needs to go after on us. What's more, Anna Fong tells Thaddeus has Medusa framework. He must be halted on the off chance that this framework is crashed. However, not a single arrangement appears to be in sight. Remembering her past, Hester Shaw tells Thaddeus and her mom were old buddies. Both were proficient researcher, yet when her mom concocted the machine which had some control over Medusa, then, at that point, seeing it, Thaddeus became sharp and killed her mom. So he might have that machine gaining the influence force of Medusa. Presently there was just an answer for have crash drive to crash that framework. In any case, nobody knows yet, where is that drive? They are all in this difficulty. Simultaneously another difficulty beast likewise shows up there, annihilating the air terminal. All warriors attempt to kill beast, yet nothing influences on him. What's more, this beast additionally gets Tom that he is going to kill Tom, but Hester demands it, saying, "Don't kill, I love him." At the point when Monster sees her miserable and tears in her eyes, it leaves Tom. Since Beast never needed to make Hester miserable to cry because of any of his deed. What's more, now we notice a similar beast will be damaged. Before death, he gives a memento to Hester, telling, "When you met me, this memento was around your neck, that I kept it safe." That it gives her that memento. And all leave air terminal sitting in their airship, and that beast is dead there. What's more, the whole air terminal is additionally obliterated. They arrive at a city Sarong where individuals were having the customary existence. Presently we again see Thaddeus, who reports among his kin as they will obliterate the mass of Sarong. Essentially Sarong divider was serious areas of strength for excessively before it unknown could annihilate it. Yet, Thaddeus tells, we have such weapon that any kind of war can be won by it. Presently destroying that wall, we will catch Sarong. We will get meal, fuel, living place and numerous different things. All individuals are pleased. Anna takes request from her senior official governor as we assault on London City before the time. Since, supposing that we don't go after before, Thaddeus will annihilate our Sith utilizing Medusa. Furthermore, governor permits, Sarong Flying Corps ND armed force is prepared for assault. Seeing her mom given locket, Hester opens it. Also, she peers inside it and finds a similar accident drive which can assist with obliterating Medusa. She illuminates about it Tom. On the other side, Thaddeus assaults on them with Medusa approaching them. This assault harms the whole divider and obliterates all landed plans on that divider. Furthermore, both tell about this crash drive to Anna Fong. Now all assault on the London City getting together. On the way, their many fighters are killed and numerous aircrafts are died. At last, some individuals arrive in London City. Here Anna and Thaddeus battle is being happened. Due to this, his consideration is diverted. Finding chance, Hester comes in that congregation where Medusa was being recharged. Yet again, in light of the fact that he needed to assault. After an incredible struggle, Hester crashes the weapon Medusa, fixing her mom given USB. That is to say, this framework has put down at this point. On the other side, Anna Fong is extraordinarily injured. She requests that Hester run from here, but Anna Fong is dead in battle. Coming out the church, Thaddeus finds his daughter. He says to her, we ought to take off. However, his little girl knew his existence. What's more, she tells him, I would rather not go with a killer. He himself starts to leave. As he is going, Hester comes en route to retaliate for. Be that as it may, Thaddeus uncovered a reality saying, Hester, you are my daughter, your mother had closeness with me. Hester is stunned knowing it. On the other side, Thaddeus' little girl goes to the control room of London City. Since their human city was advancing toward that divider, where there were still individuals alive, she needs to stop it. However, all control frameworks were damaged, she couldn't stop it. She takes the assistance of Tom, sitting in his aircraft. Tom obliterates the power wellspring of London City. It implies a similar heater from where London City was getting ability to move ahead. He obliterates it totally. Tom notices Thaddeus and Hester were still fighting. Tom comes to them and goes saving Hester. Also, Thaddeus tumbles down there. However, when he notices and where he had fallen down, London is precisely coming to his side. Seeing it, he shuts his eyes and London City smashes him, and Thaddeus is likewise dead. Here along its city is additionally halted. It means it doesn't move ahead. The overcomers of London City demands for cover from Sangren. Sangren's governor welcomes them. While Tom and Hester embrace each other, afterward they go for diversion sitting in their aircraft. If you like the video, hit like and subscribe for more.